Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Festus Obi, and on this channel I talk about all things tech. So whether you're in the tech industry, you're thinking about switching from some other industry, or you're still in the university or thinking about getting into university to study computer science, computer engineering, or whatever it is, this channel is the right place for you. And today we're talking about money. So over the years, salaries in tech has increased drastically from tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands. And this is obviously because there are a lot of tech skills in demand. People who have the skills are obviously being wanted by several corporations, from government to the health sector, sports and all that. And this is part of the reason why there is a huge influx of people switching from other industries to tech, or students even deciding to choose or go for tech when they go to college. And that begs the question that we are going to talk about today, which is money a good reason to get into tech? Now, this is like so many questions out there that people ask. And this is one of those questions that when you type on YouTube and you watch the first 5 to 10 videos, the YouTuber would start by giving you the answer, it depends. I'm not going to do that because I understand how, that makes people feel, that makes people furious. But the reason why this is the case is this is one of those questions that can be rephrased in so many ways, and whichever way you rephrase this would result in a different answer. But today, I'm going to tear it apart into just 2 questions. The first one is money a good reason to get into tech? And the second one is, should money be the only reason for you to get into tech? So let's start with the first one. Is money a good reason for you to get into tech or to choose tech even in the first place? The answer to that, I'm not going to beat around the bush. The answer to that is yes. Because whether we like it or not, we are all playing the numbers game as humans. Your employer, that big corporation that is saying that they are making an impact in the society, on the lives of people. In fact, what pisses me off the most with this stuff, I'm going to try as much as I can not to be frustrated now because, I said I'm pissed off. That's my angry face. Now, what pisses me off is that narrative that a lot of people in tech push out there, like you have to contribute to society, you have to make a difference in people's life, and if you're not building a product that helps the blind or the old people, that doesn't make any sense at all. And the reason why it doesn't make any sense to me is because we say all of this as though we don't understand that we all have adulthood to deal with. We all have responsibilities. Now, that factory worker or that taxi driver that is driving a taxi, chances are the person is not doing it because they even love it. They're just doing it because at the end of the day, he or she has got mouths to feed. And that is the only skill that they have at the moment. And, that's the only job they can essentially make the kind of money that they need. So I don't think it makes any sense to want to put down someone who is, coming from a grocery shop, like, as an attendant or cashier or a taxi driver or whatever, and they're trying to make a change to the tech industry solely because they want to have a chance to create better opportunities for their kids. That doesn't make any sense to me. Several people have been to, prison because their past life, they wasted it, or they didn't plan well, or didn't use their teenage years properly. And they're in their 30s thinking about how to make a switch. And it's normal for someone in this particular position to want to consider tech because, again, it is one of the industries out here today that is pretty much important and would always remain important, which is one of the reasons why the financial benefits are huge and limitless. Now, I'll give you a typical example of myself and people I've met, like I've worked with. Now, I know I've said stuff about people who are coming from factories, from grocery stores and stuff like that, but there are also professionals that are making the switch from a particular job that was once their dream, whether it is when they were growing up as kids. I have worked with people who switched to the tech industry from physiotherapy. I've worked with people who were biologists. I've worked with people who were translators. Now, while all of these careers are not even entirely bad, it's not like, one of those jobs out there that you're killing yourself for 8 hours and stuff like that. It's not. There are really people who make money as biologists and stuff like that. But there are a lot of people who find themselves in locations where these particular jobs do not give them as much as they want to be able to provide the life that they want for their kids or even parents. So it doesn't make any sense to want to stick to that job because what, you're passionate about it. That doesn't make any sense. We are not in that generation anymore. So before I lose my shit, let's move to the second one. Now the second question is, should money be the only reason why you should choose tech? Now, while money is an important thing to consider, again, like I said, we're playing the numbers game, right? It shouldn't be the only reason because the tech industry is one of those industries that things move pretty fast. You need to have some level of fascination for tech for you to stay committed. And commitment is the most important prerequisite you need before you should consider going into tech. And this is because things move really fast. Technologies are being rolled out every minute, every second. And if you're someone who is, laid back and you want like the easy paced stuff, you go to work every day and you're doing the same stuff, the next year you're still doing the same stuff, then maybe the tech industry is not for you. So while money is a good reason for you to consider tech, you as an individual need to have, fascination for tech to some extent for you to be able to even survive the learning phase. Because again, even the transition can take up to 6 months to a year. So if you're not really interested, you don't have any level of interest for tech and you're thinking about just the money, just that period of you learning is enough for you to fall off the wagon. So again, in summary, 2 things. Money obviously is an important reason to consider tech because again, we're adults, we have huge loads of responsibilities to take care of. Mortgage, kids, pregnant wife who is going to deliver, and so many other responsibilities out there that I cannot even start counting. And aside money, you need to really, really be fascinated for you to be able to stay committed. And that ends the conversation for today. I hope I answered the question, but if it still doesn't make any sense or you have something to contribute, feel free to write it on the comment section. Thank you, and that's where we end it for today. See you next time.